A little bit outside of the Northwestern game yesterday with the court storming in Kansas, you guys have been a part of some of those things like that. Do you have any opinion on storming the court, on conduct while that's going on, anything of that nature?
Me personally, I've only been a part of one court storming. That was last year when we played Wisconsin. I don't know. I don't really have any feelings on that. I mean, if it happens, it happens, and I'm just going to embrace it, really. Just kind of just make it fun. Other than that, I don't see any point of storming the court, really.
I've been part of one as well. Over at Illinois State we had one, and I kind of agree with Yogi. If it happens, it happens. It makes the environment fun, but either way, it doesn't really matter. We're just glad we got the win.
Have you been a part of a losing one?
Well, I have.
Since,
as you guys know, my freshman year.
Not since high school. No, not for me.
Any questions on the Northwestern game? Go ahead, please. I'm trying to think of something funny, but nothing came. So just thoughts on Northwestern.
Yeah, Northwestern coming on a, I believe, 3-game winning streak. And shooting a lot better from 3 than they were. A lot higher percentage, making shots, so their guys are a lot more confident. They got great guards with Dempsey and McIntosh, so those are their 2 key guys going and playing, and one of the best IU alums. Well, I always feel like we get a lot of good fans going out there, so that'll definitely help us out. Northwestern's, they're the hot team in the league right now, so we're going to get their best shot.
What else has changed? I mean, obviously the shooting, but is that confidence has extended itself into other changes in the way they play?
Yeah, I'd say so. Teams aren't really underestimating them as much anymore. I feel like they weren't really doing well early on in the season, but this last stretch and the last couple of games in the Big Ten, they've been pretty hot. So teams can't. I mean, you basically have to bring it all the time in the Big Ten.
The fact this is the last road game for you guys, how important would it be to get that win and improve your record, obviously, from the road?
Yeah, I'd say it'd be pretty important. It'd be our 4th road win game, and it would be our 10th win in the conference. So to get this win, and especially get number 20, would be great for our team. It'd be a great push for us heading into the last part of the season.
When you're in this part of the season, you're supposed to be having your best practices and getting your best outings. Do you feel that you guys are approaching that level?
I think so. Every day we're working at getting better. Every little thing matters. Not just in the beginning of the season, but especially right now. Every little possession matters. And like you said, every practice matters. So we're taking it one day at a time and definitely focusing a lot on everything that needs to be done.
How important is momentum going into, the Big Ten tournament, potential NCAA tournament for you guys?
I mean, momentum is great, I feel like, for any team. That just builds more team chemistry, team confidence, team experience with playing with one another. So if we could definitely win outright in these last couple games, having that momentum, and then the Big Ten tournament, and hopefully getting an NCAA, I mean, that'd be great. And, try and go deep.
For either of you, I mean, obviously I know they sort of provided different things, but what's been important about what Rob and James have provided? They've started basically all season as freshmen, and I know they maybe had different expectations coming into this season, but what's been important about the individual contributions of each of those guys?
Well, they really stick with it, even if they have a bad game or, maybe not the best day. They're always working extra and learning and taking everything that the coaches have to say to better themselves. They're a big part of this team, and as freshmen, they're definitely stepping up and showing maturity beyond their years.
This is another kind of off-topic thing. There's been some talk about freshmen being ineligible down the road. Obviously, you guys won't address it. But from a player standpoint, you can go back in time. Are you glad that you could play as a freshman, or would you like the idea that you get to IU and say you can't play?
Oh, I did see that on TV. Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't know why they wouldn't allow Are they talking about that just in football or basketball too?
Both, and maybe even all the
Just,
sports.
just football and
They-
Just those two
They may not
sports.
be qualified to talk since they probably don't
No,
know.
no, but I'm just your thoughts on if you would show up at college, and I'm gonna go back in time, and you would not be eligible because freshmen aren't eligible.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like that idea?
No, I mean, of course not. You definitely want to come into college your first year. You want to play. That just gets you more confident in everything. Yeah, I did see that. They talked about how going to college back then, they want to get more out of education, but you come here, I mean, whatever sport you're playing, you definitely want to play your freshman year, so I probably wouldn't like that.
I mean, I agree with that, but I was very fortunate to have a coach that let me decide if I wanted to redshirt or not my first year, and I definitely needed to, and that was one of the best decisions I could have made. Thus, you know, I'm also here because of that, and I have 2 years here because of that too. So I was very fortunate to have Coach Jankovic put it in my hands to decide to redshirt, and I don't think that it should be necessarily a mandatory thing to be done.
Nick, you're from Chicago area, you can have a lot of family there. Just talk about this trip up to where y'all, all your friends and so forth.
I mean, it'll be familiar for me. You know, like these guys, I've played in there before, so that'll be a good thing. But you know, the main thing on my focus level right now is just getting number 20 for us and getting a last road win for the regular season.
Time for one more.
Yogi, I guess just out of curiosity, you talked about the home support, but I know you guys always talk about when you go on the road, sort of trying to feed off of the negative energy of a crowd. Is it ever weird to go into somebody else's gym and feel like you've got a home court advantage the way that you guys often do in Northwestern?
I mean, whatever support we can get from the IU fans, we're definitely going to take it because we feel like they're such great fans, and we definitely feed off their energy. So, I mean, we don't really think it's too weird. We think that's pretty much awesome for us. When we got people behind our back, but we still got to try and go out there and create our own energy. But to go into Northwestern, this might be my third time playing there, so I know we have great fans. So it'll be a good feeling.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.